Martin had company. The door slowly opened as the smell of rotten meat and graveyard soil grew intensely every second. Martin slowly moved his head in fear, terrified, but anxious to know what was lying behind the door. The door opened, and Martin immediately recognized the monstrous features of that walking but lifeless creature. It was his teacher, Miss Height. Martin felt in some way relieved to see Miss Height, although it did nothing to stop his uncontrollable fear of her. The teacher calmly walked up to Martin and sat on his bed, just as she used to do back when she regularly came to visit him.
How have you been, Martin?
Fine. They told me you had died in a car crash a few days ago. Where have you been?
Well, what you've been told is partially true. I just fainted due to the unbearable agony caused by the collision. Just a few moments after the crash, doctors stated I had died, and I was immediately sent to the nearest graveyard.
Oh, so that's where all of this smell is coming from, right?
Part of it is. I woke up some hours later, surrounded by wooden walls no more than a meter wide. I was in a coffin. I started screaming for help, but there was no answer. I tried hitting the sides of my coffin as hard as humanly possible, but no one came to the rescue. And a few days later, the oxygen ran out.
Wasn't it boring to be in a coffin?
The first few minutes I didn't pay too much attention to it. But then, dogs showed up and dug me out of my underground confinement. And then I started walking and jumping as of old.
A squeaking sound was heard by both of them. Somebody had opened the front door, and now, closer and closer, steps could be heard of two people walking through the kitchen into the lounge where the stairs were. The familiar thudding on wood was heard by Martin, distant at first, but growing clearer and louder every second, until Martin saw a shadow in the corridor leading to his bedroom. The door opened, and Martin's parents walked into the room and were astonished by the human-like figure sitting next to Martin. Said Martin's father, his voice shaking. Suddenly, Dog assaulted them, knocking them down. The next morning, when Martin's parents woke up, they called the police, who came as quickly as possible. Their child had been taken away, and there was no sign of a possible suspect. No clues, but streams of soil coming from the graveyard and footprints leading to it. To be precise, to the tomb of a young girl who had died a couple of weeks before, named Stacy Height.